everybody, JC here, and welcome to a Wednesday edition of TNInews Live. And today we got something a little bit special. If you were here on Monday, you probably heard me talk about how we're going to do a contest today for a $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. So this is going to be for channel members, action figure enthusiast channel members. So the way this contest is going to work is I've set up the prize wheel here. Right now, just right before going live here, we had up to 39 channel members, action figure enthusiast channel members. So a big thank you to everyone who has become a channel member. And if you want to become one, you still can. There's a link in the video description below. However, for today's contest, we'll have future contests, but for today's, it's only going to be for the 39 that had signed up before this video went live. So meaning if you go sign up right now, a big thank you for that. But for this particular contest, you would not be eligible. So the way it's going to work, again, I have the names of all 39 channel members in the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel towards the end of the live stream. And the name that is called out, the name that the wheel chooses, if you're not here to claim the prize, we're going to spin again, basically, is how this is going to work until we get to somebody who's here. So I imagine not all 39 channel members are here at the moment. So unfortunately, if they're not, they're going to miss out. But basically, I found that likely people don't come back and go through the live streams to see if their name was called. So they would likely never claim their prize anyway. So basically, we're going to keep spinning the wheel until we get to a name of somebody who is here today during the live stream. So all 39 names, again, are on the wheel, but if they're not here when their name is called to claim their prize, then we'll end up spinning again. And again, we're going to do the spin towards the end of the live stream. So before we get into today's news, and I also do have some Marvel Legend rumor news I want to share with you today. More of a kind of a clarification on rumors that we've heard before. Salome's here. If you didn't see her tail, just go by. But in regards to the Marvel versus Capcom stuff. So I'm going to share that with you here in just a little bit as well. But first, let's see who's in the house. Frankie is here. Good to see you, my friend. Everett is here. Everett's chatting up a storm here. John is here. Good to see you, my friend. We've got Figure Fury is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Kobo Cop is here. He's ninth. Good to see you. The Mass Figure Collector from the UK. Hope all is well with you as well. Hope all is well with you as well. You got it. Anyway, John from Ireland is here. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see who else we've got. Pisano 777. Good afternoon to you, my friend. Phil is in the house. Good to hear from you. Ship My Pants 3000. Also good to see you with your Captain Kangaroo icon there. Jay the Grind is here. Mr. Allmine is here. I see a lot of channel members here, which is good. Beanzertron is here. What is up? John is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hobgoblin 1985. What's up? Max Zombies. What is up? And William is in the house as well. So we got a pretty good house here. Hopefully some more people will join. So again, stay tuned for the prize wheel spin for the $100 store credit towards the end of the live stream. But now let's get into what news we have. So not a whole lot of breaking news has happened since we talked on Monday. We did get, so for you McFarlane Kong fans, McFarlane is doing that Kong figure with the DC multiverse stuff, but he's also doing a Movie Maniacs Kong figure. So this is a 6-inch scale type figure, though it's kind of more like a mega figure. So Kong is coming to their Movie Maniacs line. It is going to be going up, or actually it is available. I guess it went up today. Based on the 2005 movie, $24.99. You can get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. We got some new cowls, Batman cowls. I think we talked about these on Monday, from the Arkham Asylum, Justice League, and Dark Knight Returns. These are 1/3 scale. And again, these have gone up for pre-order at your usual places. Announced, I don't think we talked about this one. So this is a reissue of the Batman animated series Clayface figure, which is a really good figure if you never got the original one. This is being offered as a gold label figure. It is going to be available exclusively at Best Buy here in the United States. You're going to get 3 swappable arms, an extra head, and a collectible art card. So again, this is essentially just a reissue of the original DC Direct figure, but again, one of the better figures in the Batman animated series line that they did. And again, this is being offered as a Best Buy exclusive and will be going up, I'm guessing, around 12 p.m., but I don't know for sure. That's usually when McFarlane figures go up. But on the 7th or on the 6th, which is tomorrow, you can look for that. And yesterday, a DC Direct Batman statue went up, a 1/10 scale statue from DC Direct. So that's available again, all at your usual places, $170. NECA. So I mentioned this figure had been listed on Best Buy's website, but images at the time had not been released. Now they have. This is an ultimate Matt Hooper figure, the Amity Arrival figure. It's a 50th anniversary figure for Jaws. As I said on Monday, I don't expect that we'll ever see that Jaws shark figure that NECA had talked about, years back. For whatever reason, whether it wasn't cost effective or whatever, I don't know. But I wouldn't hold my breath on ever actually seeing the shark. But we are getting an ultimate, plastic, not soft goods version of Hooper from based on the Amityville Arrival. So he's got the duffel bag, he's got alternate arms, he's got multiple heads, he's got the air tank, the spear, and multiple head sculpts. And it has not yet gone up, as far as I know of. It has not been available. Again, it was listed on Best Buy's website, but it's not a Best Buy exclusive. It'll be available everywhere. And when it actually becomes available for pre-order, I'll let you guys know. Shredder, Karai is Shredder. This one is based on the City of War, the Mirage Comics. This one has gone up for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. So this one is $36.99. So it has not gone up at Entertainment Earth, but likely will at some point. Also, we talked about this one on Monday, from the Last Ronin series, the April with the 2 baby turtles. That has gone up for pre-order now, $49.99. So you can get that at Big Bad Toy Store. Will probably go up at a later time at Entertainment Earth, but has not yet gone up. I've not read the story, so again, I don't know much about this, but if you're into Last Ronin stuff, this is one that you might want to check out. No Leftovers, John Carver figure from Thanksgiving. I think we talked about this on Monday, but if not, it is available for pre-order now at both Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth for $35.99. He's got his little Thanksgiving apron on. Got the bloody face. He's got multiple faces. So, never seen that movie either, but again, if that's something you're into. We got another RoboCop figure. I don't know exactly how this differs from previous RoboCop figures that NECA has done, and they've done a few. But we just... Actually, last time I looked at this, we only had one image. It looks like more images have been released. So I still, off the top of my head, couldn't tell you how this really differs. He does have the rifle but I feel like we've gotten that before. So I don't know. Probably just minor paint deco changes. But it's called the RoboCop movie poster figure from 1987. So it has not yet gone up for pre-order, but is going to be, I guess, going to Best Buy at least first. I don't think it's a Best Buy exclusive, but I know Best Buy has been scooping up a lot of stuff recently. We did talk about this one, I think, on Monday, that it was available for pre-order, the Mondo Gecko. So yeah, I think that's brings us up to date on NECA. Nothing new on Masters of the Universe front. One thing I did want to share, new news on the Super 7 Thundercats front. Thanks to Toy Collector Magazine, on the cover, we've got this look at the LJN Vultureman figure. So it's a repaint of Vultureman based on the original toys, but you're also getting for the first time the Skycutter vehicle. So don't have any pricing information yet, or know yet when it's going to go up for pre-order. But for you Thundercat fans, if you've been getting the LGN figures, then you might want the Vultureman. And then again, this will be the first time we get the vehicle. And that's pretty much it for major Super 7 news. So let's jump over to Marvel before we get into Marvel Legends. So again, I told you this on Monday, but just a reminder that mini comic book wave is going up for pre-order tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Will be available at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Amazon should have them as well. So the the yellow and green Banshee classic costume, the ROM Space Knight figure, new Infinity Gauntlet, Adam Warlock, Miles Morales, Dakin, Dark Wolverine, and Ultimate Iron Man. So those are $24.99 each. And then for Hot Toys, we've got another Deadpool Wolverine 12-inch figure, this time based on Blade. He comes with all the weapons that you saw him use in the movie. Of course, this is an older-looking Wesley Snipes. Available right now at Big Bad Toy Store for pre-order, $304.99. So if you're into the 12-inch Deadpool Wolverine figures, you want an older Blade, then this is one that you probably want to check out. Looks pretty good. Looks just like Wesley Snipes from these images, at least. So I think they did a good job with this one. He's got the glasses on. Got the shooting bazooka. He's got his bladed weapon. You can take the glasses off. Does have the bags around his eyes. A little bit of gray hair there. So again, the newest figure for Deadpool Wolverine from Hot Toys. Also, just a reminder, I told you this guy is on Wednesday, but tomorrow kicks off the MegaCon convention in Orlando, Florida. Mezco will be there. Todd McFarlane is there, and he does have a Todd Talk panel, so I don't know if they'll do any kind of toy reveals. But also remember, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time will be the second episode of the McFarlane Toys show, where we should get some reveals. So we'll have whatever's revealed during that, we'll have up on TNI. I'm sure we'll talk on Friday about whatever's revealed. And then, like I said, Todd McFarlane will be at MegaCon, but I don't really expect anything revealed toy-wise. I think Todd's basically just doing autographs and maybe talking some Spawn comics and stuff. Let's see. But anyway, also MegaCon Hasbro will be there with Transformers. They're going to be announcing their next HasLab. That's going to come on Friday. There's a Hasbro panel on Friday, and that's when the HasLab should launch. So again, anything new that's shown from that we'll have up on tformers.com, including, of course, whatever the HasLab is, which I have no clue what it'll be, but we'll find out in a couple of days. Count Falconer. Unless NECA has Roy Scheider's likeness for Chief Brody, this Jaws line sadly isn't worth picking up because you need the three. Yeah, I have a feeling. I don't know if this. I feel like this is the only one they're going to do for the Ultimate line, but I guess we'll see. But I kind of agree with you, especially with no shark. But there you go. I mean, I'm sure there are Richard Dreyfuss fans out there who will like the figure, but Felix says he'll probably get the April and Karai. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything? Not a whole lot. We went over a few things. Just catching up on the latest news since Monday. I wanted the Ed 209 from NECA. Some are finding him in the blind boxes. I got the original when it came out, but mine ended up breaking. The top part ended up breaking off from the legs. It was a pretty decent toy, but like with many of the NECA stuff, it's not super durable. So just be careful if you do end up getting one. The nerd alert. Did I miss Galactus? What's up, everyone? No, we've not gotten into movie news, so we can jump into that real quick. I'm sure you guys have already seen, and there's no toy Galactus news. This is all just about yesterday's trailer. But yesterday we got our first teaser trailer. I told you on Monday this was going to be coming. Some pretty cool stuff. Obviously this is some alternate universe. I don't have the sound playing. We get to see Herbie. We get to see Thing, which looks probably like your most accurate thing that we've seen in the movies. Obviously, it's CGI, but they did a pretty good job with that. Though hopefully ditches the shirt. I don't really like Thing with a full-on shirt. We don't see Reed Richards use his powers. I think he's the only member in the movie that we don't actually see use his powers. We see Susan, we see Thing, we see Human Torch, which looks just like the other Human Torches that we've seen in live action movies. Visible Woman. Now that, in case you missed that, if you blinked. So John Malkovich as the great Red Ghost, who in the comics he's an old dude that hangs out with monkeys. So we'll be interested to see what role he plays in this. But then, of course, the big reveal is Galactus arrives in New York City. So my theory, and there's all of them together in their uniforms. So my theory is, I've seen something that like where you see Reed's chalkboard where he's drawing stuff, and some people have suggested that he's working on some type of multiverse bridge. So I've seen some people suggest that this alternate world is a world created by Franklin Richards. So I don't know, but my feeling is, and this is just purely or almost my hope, maybe less than feeling, but at the end of the movie, I imagine we'll probably see Galactus destroy this Earth, whatever it is. But then at the end, both Galactus and the Fantastic Four are whisked away by some strange, power where they end up on a battle world for Avengers Secret Wars. So that's kind of where I hope this ends up going. But we'll have to see. Nothing bad here. I mean, I thought everything looked pretty good here. Again, the idea of this being some type of multiverse world or alternate Earth is not something I'm a huge fan of. But until I know more about the story, I will hold off any judgment on that. But Galactus, at least from behind, looks like they nailed him pretty good. Our first really kind of comic book accurate Galactus. So that should be interesting. Will that translate to a new Galactus toy? Maybe. Maybe they'll give Galactus the same kind of treatment that they did with the Sentinel, doing a downgraded version as one of their made to pre-orders down the road. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, let's jump into the Marvel Legend rumor news for you guys. So, back in August of last year, and giving credit where credit's due on this one, Displaying Model Behavior was the one to bring us this information in regards to Marvel versus Capcom. So, this was his original list, which included 2 packs of Captain America and Venom, War Machine and Omega Red, Wolverine and Silver Samurai, Psylocke and Thanos, and then single releases of Juggernaut and Shumagorath. Now, up until just very recently here, I had not seen anything for these Marvel versus Capcom listings. So it was completely, we just had Dave's word, who, most of these lists that he's thrown out have been pretty accurate. So, and then Hasbro themselves, not this last live stream, but the one before that, seemed to be kind of heavily hinting to possibility of Marvel versus Capcom figures. So I have now seen some indications of this. However, less about, so based on what I've seen as listings, none of these are listed as actual Marvel versus Capcom. Okay. And I would actually be maybe kind of surprised if they use the Capcom name anywhere on the packaging. Maybe they will, I don't know. But the way I've seen this broken down is there are some figures, some of these figures are going to come under the Gamerverse line, which obviously would be Marvel versus Capcom. So the ones that I'm seeing that are going to be released under the Gamerverse banner are the Captain America and Venom and the War Machine and the Omega Red. But then the other figures look like are actually going to be falling under what is simply listed as Marvel Legends Anniversary. So the 2 packs, the Wolverine, Silver Samurai, the Thanos, Psylocke, those look like are going to fall under the header of Marvel Legends Anniversary. And then for the single releases, same thing, Juggernaut. And then what Displaying Model Behavior listed as Shumagorath is actually being listed, from what I can see, as Gargantos. Now, for those not familiar, in the Marvel comics, there are actually 2 different characters. There is Shumagorath and there is Gargantos. Shumagorath is, a character that went up against Doctor Strange. Gargantos is a creature that went up, similar type creature with the tentacles and the one eye, that went up against Submariner. Now, most of us know Shumagorath from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, okay? But the problem with the Shumagorath name is there are some licensing issues with it. It's not so easy for Marvel just to use that name because it's actually owned by somebody else. So in the past, they've made arrangements to use it, like in the Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's just you got to go through more red tape and stuff. So, like in the Marvel in the MCU Doctor Strange movie, where we saw the creature with the one eye and everything, we all saw that as Shumagorath, but technically they named it Gargantos um, because of the licensing issues and stuff. So, in regards to the toy, I cannot tell you what we're actually going to get. Will it be something that looks like, how Shumagorath appears in the Marvel vs. Capcom games? Is it going to be based on the original Gargantos, or is it Shumagorath that they're just renaming Gargantos for licensing issues? I cannot tell you that. But what I can tell you is it's not actually, from what from listings I've been seeing, it's not actually being listed as Shumagorath, but as Gargantos. And again, it's falling under a Marvel Legends anniversary header, not even like Gamerverse. So we'll just have to wait and see what we actually get. But it does look like we're going, and it's going to be, I'm assuming, a deluxe type figure like Juggernaut. So it's not going to be something humongous. It is going to be more of the size of what you see in the Marvel versus Capcom game, which would lead us to believe it is going, that while they may call it Gargantos, uh, it's going to look like the Shumagorath that we all know from the video game. But again, until we actually see it, I couldn't tell you that for sure. I just wanted you to be aware that the listing isn't really Shumagorath; it's Gargantos, and Gargantos is technically a separate character in the comic books from Shumagorath. So, like I say, we'll just have to wait and see what we get with that. The one other piece I'll share with you is what looks like it's going to be the third Ultimate Marvel figure. We've got the Spider-Man figure that was just recently announced that will be going up for pre-order later this month. I've told you before, I was the first one to tell you that the second figure in this line should be a Hulk figure. And it looks like the third figure is going to be for Deadpool. So it looks like the third Ultimate figure, again, will be based on Deadpool. Not seeing it, have no additional details. But again, towards the end of the year, these are figures that you're going to see towards the end of 2020, the second half of 2025. So, and also, I told you on Monday about, I believe we're going to see two different waves of X-Men 97 figures released in the year. I've talked about what I think will be the first wave that will be released in the first half of the year. And then the second wave, I don't have any specifics, but it looks like it's going to be a 5-figure wave. So, and that's a little confusing, only in that both were listed as Series 3. So I don't know if they're just breaking it up. Usually there's 6-figure waves as well, which is a little weird. So that was a little confusing, but again, we'll have to see how that plays out. But like I say, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. It does look like we're going to be getting some versions of Marvel vs. Capcom. Well, whether it's actually decked out Marvel vs. Capcom type packaging or just normal Gamerverse packaging and then Marvel Anniversary 2-pack like packaging or what, I don't know. But there you go. And we should be getting if you want to mark your calendars, so New York Toy Fair is going to be taking place. It officially starts on March 1st, which is a Saturday, and you can expect the Hasbro reveals to come later in the day on Saturday. So, um, Hasbro kind of does their stuff all at one time, so pretty much everyone gets the same access. You might see a few people a little bit ahead, but basically Saturday afternoon is when you'll start seeing whatever new reveals Hasbro might have at Toy Fair. You'll start seeing them pop up online Saturday afternoon. So again, if you want to mark your calendars, Toy Fair starts on Saturday, March 1st. It goes through Sunday, Monday, I think Tuesday. But generally, you're going to see most of your reveals happen on those first couple of days, Saturday and Sunday, with maybe a few extra on Monday. But, Toy Fair isn't an open to the public event. If you're not familiar, it's for retailers and members of the media. um, and everything is by appointment. So it's not like you just walk into a convention floor. Some companies don't usually really require appointments, but most you have to actually make an individual appointment with the company to come see their booth and see what they're displaying and all that. So that's why you'll see some people have coverage of things up at different times, because it depends on what, we can't be everywhere at the same time. So you can't make, while the technically it begins on Saturday, you can't be at every booth at the same time. So you got to spread out the appointments, and it's a pain in the ass, I'll tell you, because you want to wait for, like, you got to wait until like the ones that your major priority, like a Hasbro, you got to wait and see when they're going to be doing their thing, and before you start making other appointments. And then it's like, it's a pain in the butt. But again, we'll have full coverage up on Toy News International for New York Toy Fair, which again will be kicking off on and all the other sites as well. But that'll all be kicking off on March 1st. All right, let's see, what are you guys jabbering about here? And I have seen some other stuff listed, but for now I'm going to hold off on talking about that. But I've seen some movie stuff and things like that. So Everett says he doesn't like the Thing's voice. His voice didn't bother me too much. Remind me of Alba in that scene, according to Coco. Benzertrunk, it looks good so far. I like the retro look. Yeah, I see a lot of people like that retro look, kind of that classic, 60s type look. Um, Puppet Master. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure it's Red Ghost. Definitely looks. I mean, that looks not the best image, but I mean that looks much more like what we saw in the trailer than Puppet Master. It looks nothing like Puppet Master. So my money is Red Ghost, not Puppet Master. But I guess we'll see. There's tons of rumors, and you really have to kind of, if it's a made to pre-order, I doubt that's something that's not going to leak out very easily. So unless Hasbro's leaking that information out, I would take. It's certainly logical, that they would do something similar with Galactus having such a predominant role in this movie, that they would do something like that, like they did with the Sentinel. But I would I wouldn't hold my breath. There isn't going to be like a leaked listing like what I just gave you, which is essentially listings that leak out from distributors and such. So if it's a made to pre-order, so again, I would take that. Logical sounds very logical, but but I would take that with a grain of salt at this point. Uh, I haven't. That came out today, but I haven't actually watched that yet. So I don't. I haven't looked at that yet. So we'll talk. We can talk about that on Friday. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's been revealed who's voicing him. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. Coco says Shumagorth now. Oh, definitely buying. Then I'll keep the accessories. I want to probably sell the buck and make some money back. Hope we get Galactus based on the Fantastic Four movie coming up, and wondering if he'll be. Well, all right, Jeremy, I gotta be honest with you. All we've seen is the back of his head, which looks almost identical to the HasLab Galactus. So until we actually see Galactus from the movie, how do you know you want one from the movie? And if it looks identical to how he appears in the comics, then it wouldn't be much different. I would suspect they'll do, if Hasbro gives us something for Galactus, it'll be made to pre-order. It will be, shrunken down a little bit from the HasLab one, with not all the bells and whistles, but so that it would be a little bit cheaper. John says, I heard Red Ghost. I mean, like I say, I'm just going by the appearance. He looks nothing like Puppet Master, and he looks almost identical to how Red Ghost looks. So, Red Ghost, both Fantastic Four villains, but if that's Puppet Master, they really missed the mark there. I'll just say that. Brenda says, I wish Hasbro did accessory packs. Cartoons and cannabis, what's up, dude? I don't know if you're telling us you're high or if you're just saying hi. Either way, welcome, welcome. Hate the mustache on Reed. Yeah, Pedro Pascal probably wasn't willing to shave. Alonzo, what is up? MK Solid, eBay prices for toys seem to be higher than ever. Old NECA figures can be $300. It's getting ridiculous. eBay, if you know about old figures, I mean, those are based on whatever the market will support, I guess. I did want to briefly talk about, I saw everybody freaking out about yesterday about shipping, and because the post office for a couple hours at least said they weren't going to ship packages from China, which they then reversed, early this morning. So I don't know what that was really all about. So at this time, a lot of this is all related to, the tariffs and stuff, which I think I said on Monday. What you're seeing with these tariffs is these countries are playing a big game of chicken with each other, and it comes down to who blinks first. Trump did implement 10% tariffs on China, but those really aren't that major. And then China reciprocated with 15%. So those are more of like an opening salvo to say, we're meaning business. But I'm not saying a real trade war couldn't erupt, and it may well, at which point we will likely see prices go up. We'll see shipping go up. We'll see restrictions. We'll see, it's going to be a headache. But right now, I think you're just seeing all these countries, just trying to bluff the other one into submission. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But again, as far as the post office, yesterday they did come out and say they were going to stop, you know, shipping through packages from China. But then early this morning, they reversed course on that. What's up, Kismet? And it was I think it was just small packages. Even I don't think but either way, like I say, they reversed course on it. I think Pedro Pascal has a cleft palate, and that's why he likes to keep. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that. What's up, Quinn's Comics? How you doing, my friend? Good. Hope all is well with your family, my friend. Same to you, my friend. Hope everything's going good at the store. But now the MCU is pretty dead, so comic figures rule. I've always, I don't know. I mean, I've always liked both, to be honest. So I agree. My enthusiasm towards MCU movie figures has declined in recent years because just the excitement over the movies has declined. But I still love like my Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame figures and stuff like that. So, and I'm kind of like looking forward to seeing what the new Thunderbolts U.S. Agent figure is going to look like. I had to have um, had the one that Hasbro did from the series, the Falcon Winter Soldier series, sucked. So I had someone make me a more accurate custom. But you know, I'm hoping. We talked about this on Monday with the new trailer for Captain America: Brave New World, where we see adamantium gets introduced into the MCU. I'm hoping that they make a true accurate shield for Cap that's made of both vibranium and uh, adamantium, and then they give U.S. Agent the all vibranium shield, which is what he ended up having in the comics, at least originally, until it got trashed. I think U.S. Agent's gone through a shit ton of shields over the years. Well, again, not Canada. Both Canada and Mexico kicked the can for 30 days, so nothing has happened on that front. And even like eggs, people talk about the eggs. The eggs aren't because of the tariffs. The eggs are because of bird flu that started even before Trump came into office. So whether anyone does anything about the bird flu, I don't know. But the bird flu is the cause of the price of eggs going up, not like tariffs. In the comics, oh, he's gone through so many shields, I don't even remember. But in the comics, it was John Walker became Captain America. He got the Captain America shield. So then Steve Rogers, who's the first one that created, adopted the costume, called himself the Captain. He went to Tony Stark and had him make a, a vibranium shield because the recipe for the original Cap shield was lost to all time. So it was unreplicable, basically, is what they, at least what they used to say. So when John Walker was given the adamantium vibranium shield, Steve Rogers ended up with just a vibranium shield that was all silver. Now we've seen an all silver shield being used by U.S. Agent in the Thunderbolts trailer, but I don't know. He didn't have a shield at the end of uh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I don't know what the shield is he's using in the movie in Thunderbolts. But, like I said, being that Captain America Brave New World comes out before Thunderbolts, it's possible maybe the shield that we're seeing US Agent using is, in fact, the vibranium shield that was originally Captain America's. But we'll have to see. But I don't know how, when John Walker, when Captain America, Steve Rogers took back over the mantle and got his shield back. U.S. Agent, took the captain uniform, renamed himself U.S. Agent, and also took the vibranium shield that Stark had made. And eventually it ended up getting trounced. I don't remember exactly. He may have even like thrown it into the ocean or something, because then later when he went to Force Works, he started using an energy shield. But that didn't last too long. And he ended up going back to a traditional. Actually, at one point, he had like a bird shield. Um, but but the original U.S. Agent shield was the vibranium shield that Tony Stark had made for Steve Rogers when he was going around as the captain. I read that Black Panther makes a new suit for Cap, so that's why he can fight Red Hulk with no soldier serum. I think, like you can see in one of the trailer episodes, where he uses his wings to cut through a wing of a jet fighter, and it looks very much like the purple type of vibranium energy that we saw, Black Panther use. So that's he, I mean, Black Panther is technically dead now in the MCU. Um, Not just the actor, but they killed the character at the beginning of the second Black Panther movie. So, but Wakanda maybe, made Cap a new uniform. I don't know. That wouldn't give him strength to be able to fight Red Hulk. Um, it would make his wings probably more indestructible, but I'm not sure. Since we haven't seen the fight yet, we'll have to see how that goes. But if we're talking about strength to strength, I mean, even Captain America, if it was Steve Rogers, um, wouldn't be able to go toe to toe with the Hulk. And that's actually one of the things I never really liked about the MCU Steve Rogers. In the comics, at least originally, Steve Rogers did not have super strength in any way. He was as strong as a human being, a normal human being could be without enhanced super strength. It was only in the movies that they gave Steve Rogers increased strength, which I guess is more on par with like Spider-Man than like the Hulk. But in the comics, at least originally, Steve Rogers never had super strength. Coco says, when the FF comes to our universe after Galactus destroys theirs, the Surfer will be male in our universe. We'll have to see. Again, I feel like they're not going to come directly to our universe. They're going to end up getting sent to a battle world to set up secret wars, and eventually all the other heroes will end up there as well. But I guess we'll see. That's what I'm at least kind of hoping for. And I have no idea how the female Silver Surfer plays in the movie or anything. I feel it's going to be a mix of adamantium and vibranium for the shield and the suit. Of course, even the adamantium shield has been destroyed a few times, and the first time it was destroyed was in Secret Wars, so that could be another angle that they take. That all right, so we're getting towards the end of the live stream, so let us do our contest giveaway for Action Figure Enthusiast channel members. So if you're late, just to reiterate here, I have set up our prize wheel that we're going to spin here. It's got all 30, before this stream began, I had 39 channel members. So if you have just now become a channel member, you will not be included in this particular contest. You will for future contests, but this is just the 39 people that had become Action Figure Enthusiast channel members up to the point of this live stream happening. So all 39 names are here. But the way we're going to do it this time is I'm going to spin it, and the prize is a $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. and I'm going to spin it. And the name it lands on, I'm going to call out. You'll see it pop up on the screen too. But that person has to be here to claim, chime in the comments that they're here to claim their prize. If they're not here, then we're going to spin again. And the reason for that is because, unfortunately, I end up where the person never sees that they won, and then, nobody gets the prize until we do the contest again. So you got to be here to claim the prize. And if the name that it lands on is somebody who's not here, then we're going to spin again until we get to somebody who is actually here in the live stream. And then you'll have to email me. I'll have the email in the video description below, so that you can give me your information, which is your name and email, that would then be sent to Big Bad Toy Store to set you up with the credit. All right. So, and again, 39 people here are in the prize wheel. Their names are here. So let us try our first spin and see who it lands on. So Jackie Connell is our first name. Are they here? I haven't seen their name pop up, so I'm not sure that they are, but give it a second just to see if Jackie is here. Not seeing it pop up. Like I said, I haven't seen that name pop up in the stream all day, so I feel like they are not here. But we'll give it one more minute for them to chime in, just in case. I don't want to jump the gun. But if you are here, Jackie, chime in on the comments, letting us know that you are here. All right. Looks like they are not. So I am going to go on and remove that name from the wheel so it doesn't come up again. And we are now going to spin the wheel again. John says he'd be happy to fill in for Jackie. John, if you became a channel member, then you'd be on the wheel here. All right, our second spin for $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. And the winner, Zim. I think Zim is here. Was Zim here? So again, we'll give Zim a minute to see if they're here to claim their prize. If you are, chime in on the comments, letting us know. And I'll give it a minute here. I thought I saw Zim in the comments earlier, but maybe not. Berno says he's playing the Zims. And just remember, for you channel members, and probably I will do contests for non-channel members at some point as well, but definitely we'll be doing more contests for channel members as we go along. It's just a thank you for just going that little extra mile supporting the channel. But I am not seeing Zim pop in here, so we are once again going to remove their name so that it does not pop up again. And now for a third time, we are going to spin the wheel. Mike and Shore, are you in the house? I have not seen Mike's name pop up today, so I have a feeling, yet again, somebody who's not here. John, I mean, your chances are pretty good. Right now, like I said, we got 39 members, so your chance is 1 in 39. I mean, that's not too bad of odds. It'd be different if I had like thousands of channel members, but only 39, so it's like the same thing with the contest on the forums. I mean, if you post there on a regular basis, sooner or later you're going to end up winning one of those $100 store credits. All right, so Mike does not appear to be here, so we are going to once again take his name off the wheel and spin again. Benzertron! He is definitely here. I see his name already. So fourth time appears to be a charm. Just chime in. Let me know you are still here, even though I just saw you post. Yes, that's you. So again, when the video ends, look for my email in the video description and just shoot me a quick email. If you're on the forums too, you can hit me up there. But I'll just need your name and email to send on to Big Bad Toy Store so they can set you up with the credit. But thank you everybody who joined me today. Again, probably do another contest pretty, in the fairly near future. Definitely again this month. So if you want to become a channel member, it's just 99 cents. It's the lowest possible amount I can set. And it's just, I thank you for just going that little extra mile for supporting the channel. And thank you everybody who has become channel members. And even if you're not a channel member, just for those who watch, I also much appreciate it. And again, I definitely, there will be times here that I'll do something for everybody, but I just want to do, something special for the channel members. But that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you again to everybody who chimed in and joined today. I should probably be back on Friday again. We'll definitely have some Transformer news. HasLab will have been announced by Friday. So I'll have to check. I forget the time. I forget what time the Transformer panel is on Friday. So let me check that. 11 a.m. Eastern time is when the Hasbro panel at MegaCon, which is a Transformer panel. I have not heard anything about any other brands being displayed at MegaCon, though Hasbro is saying they have a booth. So as I said on Monday, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe they had some G.I. Joe stuff out at the booth, even though there's not a panel. But definitely Transformer panel, HasLab announcement, and they said there would be a few other reveals as well. So we'll have that news on Friday again, and that's at 11 a.m., which I guess is when the HasLab will launch as well, whatever it is. So, like I say, almost definitely will be back on Friday with another video, since we should have some news, some decent news between now and then to talk about. But as always, guys, again, thank you for coming in today. Stay safe out there. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,